Good morning. This is Saga Live morning routine, day 16. Wow, that's a lot of days. I don't know how you all do it. I mean, I don't know how I do it either, but trying my best over here. Gonna put on something relaxing to chill out to. Inspiring music, chill mix for artists. Inspirational music for chill people. Let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, okay. Like, chill doctor's office-y sort of stuff. And I gotta go find the video so I can join in with everybody. Extra super duper chill today. That's how I'm feeling, even though it was kind of a rushed morning. I had to look something up. I was very much trying to complete a little bit more of my old knowledge of my Tai Chi curriculum. So I had to dig through a bunch of old manuals to find something, because even though I remembered all the moves, I was forgetting one of the names. I'm just slowly getting into Facebook land, making sure that I can see the chat and join in with everybody. Here we are. There I am. Just slowly. And maybe I need to turn the music down just a hair. All right, how's that sound for everybody? Is anybody in here yet? I can imagine that less people will be on a Saturday morning. All right, how's that sound for everybody? Anybody in here yet? We're working on, again, increasing the audio quality. I can imagine that less people will be on a Saturday morning. I can hear myself. We're working on, again, increasing the audio quality. Just gonna wait for a few people to jump in. I'm gonna invite some friends to join us this morning. I'm gonna mute the chat so I stop hearing myself. I'm just gonna take it a little slow this morning. We're gonna still finish right on time since we've been speeding along through a lot of these morning sessions. It's good to see everybody. I still don't know if there's an everybody here. It seems like there might be 4 eyes of Sauron in the room.
That's what I'm getting to. 2 of them are us.
2 of them are us? Oh, that's not necessarily true. We're both logged in on the account at least. Lots of invites today.
Becca says good morning.
Good morning, Becca. I miss you, Becca. Becca, you're awesome.
It's a true story.
Becca is a true story. Hi, Becca.
Forget.
Okay. Okay, and the feed hit pause.
But we're back now.
Can you turn it over this way a bit? Thank you. Got a little bit of junk in the background. We've been cleaning up the room just a bit as we keep going. Can you turn? Abra hasn't been behind the camera for a few days, so she's catching back up on her camera skills. Trying to sit a little bit closer so that we can all hang out a little bit tighter today. Morning, Josh. Feed went out for just a second, but we're back. All right, let's go to a new page. Today is Saturday, April 4th? 2020. And our daily habit's going to be our morning routine. We'll be able to check that off as soon as we're done. 3 things I'm grateful for. I got a good night's sleep, so I'm going to write that down. I woke up, I wasn't losing my mind or anything. Felt pretty good. What else we got? Anybody jumping in? Make sure to invite your friends in, although we probably don't mind this one being a little bit quieter with everybody today. I know that I can use a morning off from time to time. But the show must go on. Let's see here. I am grateful for... We're taking the weekend off a little bit. We only have the morning routine shows for today and tomorrow, so time to focus on other projects. And I'm also grateful for the fact that I have made it over 2 weeks through these videos and my health is still intact and I'm able to keep sharing what I'm doing with everybody. So, maintaining my health, whether that's my work or just pure luck. Today's affirmation is the same as it's going to be for a bit, until I need it to change for myself. But I can be a hero who inspires others. It's a long thing to write. With a smile. And that's what we're going to wrap up with today, just to get our heads on straight. It's Saturday, April 4th. If you're out there, let me know. Feel free to check in. I'm going to share this. Hooray for health. Yes, hooray for health, Josh. That is something to definitely hooray for. I'm going to make sure to share this onto my own timeline. Get my friends going this morning with me. Share. Wake up with me on this Saturday morning. Let's get the weekend going. Alright. Show all. Log in. Alright. And that's shared. Hey, Victoria jumped in. Good to have you here, Victoria. Okay. Let's get moving. Go right into our top-down check-in. I'm going to start mine out seated today, just for the sake of... It's a Saturday. I'm just going to sit down. Some days you just got to sit down. Don't worry about it every day. Start moving that head and neck. Roll that stuff out. Grab it where you need to grab it. Hold it where you need to hold it. Push your body through the neck. Don't just pull the neck. Try and get it from underneath. Feel those connections. Oh, I swear I had some weird dream about like some sort of battle royale situation or something like that. And I mean like the Japanese manga. Oh, not the video games. It's very peculiar. You know, it was like we were all in some sort of competition just to graduate. That wasn't fun. It's like those kind of wild dreams that I wake up from. Shoulders and arms. They can definitely throw me off right in the morning. Oy. But you get out of bed, you do some stuff, you look up your Tai Chi forms amongst pages and pages and pages of documents, and you get yourself going. And then you get your coffee and all is right with the world. How's the audio coming through, everybody? We're working on new setups. Is the music too loud? Let me know. Twisting my spine, engaging my waist, popping. I'm gonna go into some flow sort of work. Lift myself up off the ground. Push through. bridge up a little bit, lower down and grab. So now I'm feeling extra crunchy in my back today. So I'm just gonna keep waking up. And remember how I said a few sessions ago, find a move that works for you and try and do it about 10 times. That's what's really important, is just if you find something that works for you this morning, you just bust out some reps of it. For me, it's stretching out my legs and back. They're feeling kind of tight for some reason. All right. A little bit of top-down check-in and flow. Moving right along. Gonna get into that technique tutorial. Kind of want to find more of that jazz. This chill stuff's chill, but it's kind of bringing me down a bit. Let's get something a little bit bouncier. I'm wondering if that's almost too bouncy. Let's just have some fun. Cozy jazz. There we are. That's kind of more what I'm looking for. It's got those high notes. It's got the fun that we need in it. All right. Hey Darren, thanks for joining. I'm going to stand up and we're going to get into our Tai Chi. Make sure that I've got enough space on the camera to frame this out. Perfect. All right. From feet shoulder width apart. Again, there's an intro that I'm not teaching right now, but we'll get to it at another point. From feet shoulder width apart. As I breathe in, my arms are down by my sides. My knees bend slowly and slightly, and my arms open up, filling my lungs as I breathe in. Then as I rise back up, pushing through the backs of the legs, filling myself like a balloon, or emptying in this case. My arms come back to my sides. So that's Sen Chi to 4 limbs. We're gonna do this one 6 times. I need this morning. I need to slow down. Ready? 1. I know you're watching a video at home in order to keep up with me, but if you ever want to do this with your eyes closed, you absolutely can. This is number 2. We're going to go for number 3. And number 4. If you do have your eyes open, try not to focus too intently on any one thing. Let your gaze go a little soft. 5. Remember, it's all about timing the breath with the motion. And 6. Just a little bit. I don't know if that's coming through too hard. I'm liking what I'm hearing, but I don't want to overpower me quietly instructing my Tai Chi for today. Again, from feet shoulder width apart, we're going to do stork exercises leg. I'm going to step with my left foot to my right foot. As I do that, I sink down, hand on knee, hand on thigh. From there, I raise up just slightly, extend the foot forward, and brush the ground with the tips of my toes 3 times. Alternatively, you could try doing it without touching the ground. I just like this idea of a slight bit of contact. I sink back down the opposite way. I rise up. This ankle is not full of a lot of energy today. 1, 2, 3. I step out to shoulder width and I transition. So we're going to do 3 more sets of that total. Remember, breathe in as you sink, Breathe out as you rise and kick. So I breathe in, and I breathe out. Squishing that. Step to the side after 3. Breathe in, and out. 1, 2, 3. Step across and go to the other side. That's 1 set. 1, 2, 3. Step across and breathe in. And breathe out. 1, 2, 3. That's 2 full sets. Almost there. Breathe in. And out. 1, 2, 3. I'm already breaking a sweat. I don't know where that came from. And 1, 2, 3. Back to shoulder width. The next exercise is monkey exercises shoulder. I would just like to let everybody know that, oh, thank goodness, I've been teaching it at least mostly right. I got to check the document this morning. This arm is coming across the body. So once you step out to this position, it's kind of a 60-40 stance. You sink down, hand goes to kidney, hand goes to shoulder with a little crane's beak. This one is just a flat hand. Back of the hand touches your kidney. You want to make sure that, again, your elbow is kind of down, and you want to breathe in and twist. And breathe out and twist back. Come back up to standing, and releases off of kidney, and releases out of the corner of your gaze. So we're going to do this 6 times total, if we have the time. We're going to have to make the time. All right, and here we are. We're going to go in this direction. First things first, I shift my weight this way. So as you see, I'm on the ball of my foot. This leg is full. I'm on the heel. If you're on the heel, that tends to mean that the weight is in that leg. If you're on the ball of the foot, that tends to mean that the weight is a little bit less full on that leg. It's emptying. It might not be completely empty unless it's taken up off the ground. From there, I'm going to check step, go back to the ball of the foot, lower myself and face front. Both knees are bent. Body is still upright. Hand on the side of the leg goes to my kidney. Hand on the opposite side with that crane's beak goes to the shoulder. I breathe in. I can hold that for a moment. I breathe out. I come back up. Hand leaves kidney. Hand leaves shoulder. I'm going to shift my weight. I'm going to check step, lower, face the front, hand to kidney, hand to shoulder, breathe in, and breathe out. Let it down, let it down. Let's just do 2 more reps and then we'll call it a day on this one. Shift, check step, lower, hand to kidney, hand to shoulder, breathe in and twist. Breathe out, twist back. Hand comes down, hand comes down. And remember, keep the tongue on the roof of your mouth. As you breathe, that'll relax your jaw. Whatever other energetic stuff you can learn from anybody else, that's great. But really, I know for a fact, 100%, that it takes a little bit of pressure off of my jaw muscle, stops me from grinding my teeth, and helps me keep activated but relaxed. So as you breathe, that tongue to the roof of your mouth thing really helps clear it a lot of tension. I'm going to do my last rep with that in mind on my end. So I shift, check step, root down, hand to kidney, hand to shoulder, tongue on the roof of your mouth. Breathe in, and breathe out. Go back to center. Hand comes down, hand comes down. All right. Now I'm feeling a lot smoother. So that was a good thing for me to do first thing in the morning. We're gonna call that Tai Chi for today. On tomorrow's video, we will add a fourth move. Again, I was just studying a bit this morning, trying to make sure that I get all the dust off. And I'd rather teach this one just a little bit clearer on the first time through as we keep picking up the pace. Also, if anybody does have any questions for what I'm doing or what's going on with it, please, 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 if you're enjoying the Tai Chi or if you're just not getting it but you want to try and get it a little bit more, hit me up. I'd love to share whatever insights I can provide and make sure that you're getting the most out of it if it's something you're interested in. If it's something that kind of weirds you out or fuzzes you out in some way, I totally get it. It's not the most normal methodology of training. It's a little bit ancient in its own sort of way, even though it's only maybe at most 200 years old. This form specifically, a lot of Tai Chi is not, the modern stuff is not super duper ancient. But what I want to make very clear is that my approach towards training it really connects with this idea that you need to understand the physiology that you're kind of putting into the training. Not just, well, this posture is really pretty and it's part of the classical form, therefore I have to do it right. To me, part of the organization of the martial body is, what does the move do for you? These moves were created to develop your attributes. So if you are training something and someone is telling you, well, the form has to be perfect because I said so, I find that to be less helpful towards the practitioner. It's really more important for you to understand what you're trying to get out of the move, the same way that somebody who's trying to do a bench press is trying to build up their arms and chest. If you're not figuring out what the attributes of the move are supposed to help engage with, and you're just doing it for the sake of the move, I feel like you might get a little bit less growth out of it. And thankfully, I do have the attributes sheet for these Tai Chi moves that tell me what each one is designed to do on a very internal level. But I won't be preaching that anytime soon across these videos because I am not a traditional Chinese medicine doctor or practitioner. I just really like these moves and how they help my body flow and feel better, either first thing in the morning or after a workout, or really just in general. It's basically my yoga. All right, let's move on. We could do the community question of the day. I didn't write one down, so I need to make one up. So I'm going to put this out there, and then we're going to go right into our workout, hitting it right about 9:30 is where we're going to get right into the fast lane, as it were. Let's see, what would be a great community question of the day? All right, let's do this one. Let's do a fun one. What's a movie you can put on at any time that'll just like wake your butt up and get you working hard? Let us know in the comments after we get through the workout. Think about it. You can do top 3 if you really like. It could be a martial arts movie, it could be an action movie, it could be a drama, it could be a comedy. Just something where when you watch the characters, they really like get you going, or the plot makes you think, okay, I've got to really get this going. I've actually got to think about this one right now myself. Because I've got a few, but I'm not really sure which one I want to talk about. And I want to make sure that my conversation with you goes smoothly today. I'm going to get the timer ready. We're going to get ready for planks. Saturday is a weird day today. Oh, I'm trying to find the timer program. Abra has it buried all the way at the last page of her apps. Setting the timer to 45 seconds in. Everybody out there can still hear me pretty well. Is this microphone setup working for you? I'm going to start. Got 15 seconds to prep. I'm still doing my high plank, low plank. Again, you do whatever works best for you, whatever helps you focus on the goals that you have for your training. High plank. Oh, high plank. How are you today, plank? Loud and clear. I love it. Can you guys hear the music a little bit? Shouldn't be too overpowering, but we're hoping it gets through. Yeah. I like facing towards you all just a little bit when I hold the planks. Plus me doing my little core jump is a fun way for me to be like, wake up, wake up, wake up. All right, we're almost done with the first 45 seconds. Definitely feel like my arms are getting bigger. Gonna scroll down. Thank you, Becca, for the loud and clear. Getting ready to go into my low planks. And go. Now I'm trying to get a little bit playful this morning. Putting myself back in line with the microphone just a little bit more. Now again, I could hop back and forth in these postures, but for me, the goal of this part of the workout is just the hold. And when I can, I definitely want to just shut up and focus my intent and my energy on the vibrations of the body as the muscles are starting to get engaged. Hurts so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. Come on, make it hurt so good. Is that like John Mellencamp? I can't remember who that is. John Cougar Mellencamp, as it were. The Cougar. Not the Tiger King, but the Cougar. Holding these postures, getting strong. Becca, you were so right about bending those elbows. It's been a huge shift for me. Good call. Again, doing the full plank push-up is probably fine, but I definitely want to work on that little bit of bend and squeeze. Somebody just sent a bunch of reactions. Hopefully it wasn't to my singing. Halfway through. It's 3 rounds out of 6. Can you finish this? I think you can. Alright, back down. Got a nice quiet group in the chat today. But I'm loving seeing those reactions pop up across the screen. That's kind of cool. Happy face fireworks! Woo! That was a sound. Really working on holding these. All right, 10 seconds left. That's just 2 more. Almost there. The most boringest workout video ever. We're just going to hold these poses. You could do these at home. You could do these if you had a picture book of me. But the point is that we're doing them together. And we're pushing each other. And we're challenging each other. And we're helping each other get strong. Because it definitely helps me to have you guys. Definitely has given me something to fight for the last 2 weeks. Because I think that's the thing, is that some days we don't necessarily value ourselves that much. We don't really matter to ourselves. And then maybe when those days happen, you know, we reach out to people and we feel kind of, I don't know, not further affirmed. But then, maybe after 2 or 3 people you reach out to just briefly, you hear from that one person that tells you that, just seeing you smile brightens their day, or hearing about what you're working on gets them inspired, or they just wanted to talk to you because they're always happy when they talk to you. And if you get that connection, maybe it pushes you through that day where you weren't really happy with yourself. Everybody's favorite sound. Right now that's really hard, because it's harder to connect to people. And it's also simultaneously the easiest it's ever been. I would say maybe make a list of those people that, make you smile. And reach out to them when you need to. That's why I want to get up out of bed and smile. So hopefully I can send it to you. Whew! That was super granola-y. But it's how I felt in the moment. I'm not going to ignore it. Alright. That's pretty good for time. I was ready to get into some Kung Fu. I'm going to just pour a little bit more coffee. Albert, how's your coffee looking?
Empty.
Empty? We can't let that happen. I'm going to pour my own cup back here. Pour and walk and walk and pour and walk and pour and pour and walk. And then can we get in there? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like Kool-Aid.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. It's great to have that shot. My cat planks with me. Wendy, again, picks where it didn't happen. That's amazing. It's amazing. Your cat is the first animal sponsor to join in on the morning routine show. Yesterday was arm day, so I'm really feeling the planks in my arms, says Josh. Well, good for you, Josh. Keep going. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. And when you feel like stopping, don't stop. Just keep going. Until those arms are like bigger than your torso. I want to see Josh. Josh, I want to see you with arms the size of the arm that you had in Humanity Trials. I want to see that big, ridiculous arm-shaped muscle. So we did a 48-hour film project, and we turned Josh into the tyrant from Resident Evil. Patrick Boyer did an amazing makeup job where half of Josh's face was like blue and his arm was like gigantic, and it was just like, ah! You can find the trailer on the DC Stunt Coalition YouTube for the Humanity Trials. Josh, I want your arm to get that big in real life. Like, I want you to be like that guy from Lady in the Water who had like the one big arm and the one regular arm, and it's like, just do it. Just do it. But you can have it on both arms. That's my prescription for you as your crazy super kami guru sensei on the internet. All right. Let's go into these Kung Fu basics. Remember, it's 4 exercises. We're starting to do 20 of the chi raises just to add a little bit more oomph in the morning. I'm sure once we're done with this, we're all going to be a lot more warmed up, a lot more woken up. Again, one of the major tenets of this is to focus on the circulation of the breath. Breathe in coordination on each breath. So my first move is going to be my brush floors. I step out with the right leg, I lower my chest to my thigh, I sweep through. As I pull back, I'm going to breathe in, filling up the lungs. And as I come down, I'm squeezing the body, blowing the air out. Sometimes when we had to clean the floor of the school, the garage school, the temple as it were, in our Kung Fu classes, we'd have to get leaves out because we left the garage door open. So I would be like, and brushing the leaves out of the garage. So if that's a visualization that works for you, or if it's just another thing that makes you think I'm absolutely bonkers, either way, have at it. So 40 brush floors. Here we go. Stepping out, breathing in. And 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 20 each side. 4. Finish it up in a different way. 5, 6, you can still do 10-10 if you want. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, I'm going to come back the other way this time on my left foot, just so that I can show a different angle. 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Feet come together. So that was doing 20 on each side. I made that announcement mid-rep, but I remembered that I wanted to start taking it to that level. Figure out what that does for you. If you like doing 10 rep, 10 rep, 10 rep, 10 rep, whatever, absolutely cool. If it's easier for you and you don't need that challenge right now, also totally cool. We'll talk about it a little bit more tomorrow. In the meantime, let's go into our horizontal chi raise. Feet together, breathe in. We shoot out in order to get down. Hands come together in this nice triangle shape, as if we're bursting through a door. Breathe in, come back up. We're going to do this 19 more times. Ready? Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. All right. Now we're really waking up. Time to go into elbow to toe. Check step. Hands come together. Breathe in at the top. Breathe out on the way down. Breathe back in as you come up. Feet come together, hands go down. Breathe in, bring it all together, breathe out, let it all down. All right, let's do this 18 more times. Ready? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, one last exercise. Vertical chi raise. Again, remember that we're pulling the elbows together at the back, not raising the shoulders up to the neck. So no Frankenstein's monster here, more Johnny Bravo. All right? Wow, that's a weird comparison. Feet shoulder width and a half apart. Again, if you need to find that, hands go to your sides and feet step outside of your hands. It's my favorite way of finding it. So when I roll these hands up, when I roll them up, I'm also pulling back. So that back squeeze that we do in the top-down check-in becomes even more relevant now. All right, breathe in, we're gonna go for 20, and we're up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna come to the side a bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I really needed those. Fuel injection to the body. Sit back down for a second. Stretch out my knees. Let's bounce a little bit right here. See if anybody's been saying anything. Yes, my creatures. Yes, Wendy, I'm sure your creatures are your number one fans, but they're also our number one fans. Oh, that was good. Got me going. I'm going to set up the timer. I'm going to just blow through the rest of this workout. I'm going to go into our Savate Leg Holds. Got to get that down to 30 seconds. Not because we don't want to push further, but because we just want to get through this workout first thing in the morning. And 30 seconds is a lot of time. Could we increase the time? Absolutely. What I recommend is that if that ends up being a goal for you, like it is for me, just do another set of 30 or a longer set later on in the day. I've been doing them as I brush my teeth at night. It's like Greg's Zanata recommended. Silver glove teacher out of Chicago. We're going to start. I'm going to get up. Again, I like to just start with the normal hold and then build on it for the following reps. So foot comes up and hold. Bounce a little bit if you want. The knee can bob just a little bit right here in the hip socket. Hold that structure in your torso upright. You can either face forward, you can face that way, you can face that way, but don't lean. That's not supposed to come into work yet. Whew. I'm watching myself to see if I'm staying in frame. Whee! Almost there for round one. Let's see if I can count the rounds correctly this time. I reach down and touch my toes, put my butt down to the ground, come back up. A little sumo squatty sort of action. Open up even further. All right, other side, and up, and fire that guard. I like to keep the fist tight and focus on that contraction of the muscles and the core, and then kind of start getting loose into the leg, and then work from there. So I'm just trying to feel how everything is bouncing together as a unit. So it's loose, but it's not wobbly. It's loose, but it's not separated. Still has structure. Again, that sort of suspension bridge principle. All right. Oh, sumo squatty sort of things. Open up to the sides, go up onto the balls of the feet if you need to. Kick around if you want to look like an insane marionette. All right, I'm gonna hold the knee up closer to my chest now. And I'm really focusing on flexing the bottom of my foot forward so that you can see my heel, because a chassé only really counts in Savate if you can present the bottom of the foot first. If you just raise up and just flick with the toe, that's not a chassé, that's a flicking fouette on the up center line. We want to create that push, so we need to get that flat out there. All right, definitely going to bend at the hips for this one. My hip flexors are going to be really feeling it. And again, if this hold isn't working for you, go back to another one. It's okay. Presenting the bottom of my foot, ladies and gentlemen. It will kick you in the chest. And that is the power of the chassé. Oh. And the French Federation fired me out of a cannon into Belgium. Okay, this is a weird shape to hold on camera. Thumbnail. All right. Just gonna walk it out. Maybe just scoop the ground, whatever works for you. I'm just trying to find, again, where that place in my mobility needs to be hit. Going into my fouette holds. And again, we can do the ba drop if we want. And see, I've already unconsciously trained myself into this long guard, so I need to bring it back into my short guard.
just to make sure that I have it. Because that's one of the other things. If I'm always out at a long guard, I can't keep really punching, but if I'm in my short guard, I can fire my jab off of it. So it's important to keep that short guard if you want to kickbox and throw your jabs in as often as possible. All right, shaking it out, running around a bit. Again, in between rounds, just connect with yourself, check in with yourself, make sure that you're still engaged and that you're not just fainting mentally through all these exercises. All right, consciously working on firing my short guard. Maybe I even want to fire my jab from it just to remind myself of what it's for. Bop, 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 bring it back in, bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. Now, you're not really going to be firing jabs from this posture, but you're going to be transitioning through this posture and firing jabs. So I might fire that kick, chamber it back, and fire that jab. That's the thing that could totally happen. So it's a good thing to kind of check in on. All right, everybody's favorite sound. That's it for your Savate. This is a Savate salutation. I should probably start using that when I'm doing my Savate workouts. Oh, I'm sweaty today. Let's finish it up with some stretch set work. Again, whatever you need for your legs, your legs, you do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. Setting it up for 15. Going right into it. Opening up as best as I can. I like the fact that using this mat, I can kind of drag my hips forward. You can also push yourself forward, open up this way. Try and push the pelvis forward. That way you're activating just a little bit more. And down to one side. Already a lot more flexible than I was 2 weeks ago. This is the level I needed to be at to start with. And if I had kept up with everything I was doing when I started sport karate, like what, 10 years ago with Kaizen Karate in Maryland when I was teaching 3-year-olds, maybe I'd be this flexible every day. To the center, pushing your chest to the ground as best as you can. If you need to walk your legs out further to get a deeper stretch, totally cool. Again, we're going to be doing a lot of reps so you can progressively get into it. You don't have to fire on all cylinders on the first rep. Back down to the side. That leg, oh, this one is so tight today. I don't know what that's about. But then when I do these check-in morning routine warm-ups, 20 minutes into it, I can be like, okay, I need to work out, but this leg, I gotta be mindful of it today. That's another reason why you want to do things like a top-down check-in, because you're essentially ticking off all the boxes, trying to figure out, well, what's not working super duper well today? What can I be mindful of as I work out so that I don't aggravate or injure it, which again will affect the whole chain of my body, which will put me out of commission later on. So just keep that in mind. Gosh, this feels good this morning. I'm gonna try and look all the way up to the sky. Try and get my ear all the way down to my knee. Breathe out and just sink deeper into it. Ooh. There we are. Fire that foot just a little bit more. And down to the center. If you want to, you can reach forward, add a little bit more weight to stretch yourself out. You can even pull on the ground if that helps you activate deeper into that forward stretch. Try and get your chin to the ground if you can. Then you will have true Kung Fu stretch skill. He said in a funny and hopefully slightly not offensive way. Almost there, folks. Let's just keep going. This side is definitely way tighter than my other side today. Almost there. Are we? Did I skip? I skipped. I skipped the center, didn't I?
You did the center once.
What is going on with this thing? Back to the center. Back to the center. And back this way. And back this way. Now I'm just going to punish myself by going left and right. I cannot count. I'm going to have to double check that and see what's up. And that's okay. Use it as a reason to improvise. If you want to swing through, swing that torso through. Don't knock the coffee over. Swing through. I could have sworn I counted. Y'all are gonna have to start telling me when I'm screwing this up. I need help! Look up. Ask the sky why. Why have you done this, sky people? Why have you done this to us? You made the timer confusing, sky people. I'm making things up. I don't know who the sky people are. I'm joking. There might be sky people. I'm not trying to offend anybody that believes in sky people. I'm just saying, I'm joking. Sky people. Alright. And bring it in however you need to. We're going to go to that community Q&A. We're at 9:55, so that gives us at least 5 to 10 minutes to chat, chill, talk, drink coffee, listen to jazz music. But mostly it's a Saturday morning. We all just want to hang out. And since, there's like Netflix and Hulu and all these other things, most of us in our 20s and 30s don't know how to find Saturday morning cartoons anymore because they're not pre-programmed for us. So if you want to find Saturday morning cartoons, you should do exactly what we're doing with this morning routine and design your own block. Go on Disney Plus, watch the old X-Men cartoons, or go on YouTube and watch them for free. Go on any other channel and just put together those Saturday morning cartoons, because why the heck not? If they brought you joy as a child, make your Saturdays yours again, because right now most people are like, what's a weekend? I never really had a weekend for the last 10 years. So I'm just doing my thing day in and day out until I go completely mental. It's part of the reason, again, why I decided that we would do the 9th day off, or not the 9th, the 10th day off with morning routines, so that we would never have a predictable day off, because it'll cycle differently from a 7-day calendar. You doing okay today, Dylan? No, I've been a little bit shakier this morning for some reason. I don't know what that's about. I'm sure a lot of you could probably see it in my face, maybe in some of my movements. But, doing the routine with everybody and just engaging in it, it still feels right. I don't feel like I shouldn't be doing it. If you ever get to the point where you're doing a routine or something and it feels like you shouldn't be doing it, then maybe pull back and ask yourself some questions. But for me, it was good to get through it today and share it with you all. So thank you for asking, Josh. Some days are definitely harder for others. Just because you might be the one running the class doesn't mean that you are, doesn't mean that you're perfect, it doesn't mean that you're flawless, and it doesn't mean that you are stronger either physically or emotionally than everybody else in the room. It takes a lot out of you to run something like this. It takes a lot out of me to run my mouth for 60 minutes every morning. People would assume that I'm just good at it. I'm practiced at it. But again, thank you for asking. Let's go to that community Q&A. What is a movie that you love to throw on that inspires you, that gets you going, that gets you pumped, that'll get you training or engaging with your art, it'll get you moving forward? It can be at the beginning of the day, it can be in the afternoon, it can be at night, if you want to go to bed feeling strong, whatever works for you. Again, maybe you still have it on DVD, or maybe it's just in your Netflix queue and it'll hopefully never leave. How dare you offend the sky people? I'm sorry, Adriano. I did not mean to offend the sky people. I merely meant to include them in what we were doing. I think you were actually right on and then you doubted yourself, no doubt. What? Right on about what, Becca? Thank you.
The stretches.
Ah, okay. Thank you, Becca. Captain Marvel. That was a movie that Abra and I went to see. I went to go see it because Abra wanted to see it. I thought it was going to be straight trash.
And then I really, really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was much better than I expected. And in a lot of ways, I liked what it was doing with the whole feminist sort of theme a lot better than Wonder Woman. And don't get me wrong, I love Wonder Woman. But, you know, that cool thing about Captain Marvel is that you could have put a man in the role and the character's story arc could have been the same. Oh, well, you got all this power and you shouldn't be using it. Let me hold you back. But it has an amazing double entendre and social relevance when it's a woman in that role. And that makes it really awesome. And I dug it a lot. And I did not mind her performance. I think she made some stupid comments about her stunt doubles and everything like that. But she definitely did a good job of putting that character out there for people to look up to. It's a fun movie. Anybody else got a movie that gets them jazzercised when they watch it? Let's use jazzercised as an adjective. I know for me, I watched 36th Chamber of Shaolin the morning before my first Kung Fu test. It's basically a 90-minute training montage, which was really cool for me because I was about to do my 90-minute, 3-hour, really long test under Fundi John Weeks. And it really kept me in the zone and made me remember with reverence what I was trying to attain in my own practice. I've got other movies, but I'll start with that one at the very least. Captain America, the first Avenger, King Arthur, the one with Clive Owen and Keira Knightley. Wow, those are interesting choices. I mean, I really like First Avenger. The King Arthur with Clive Owen and Keira Knightley. Wendy, what gets you pumped from that movie? And I'm not disagreeing on the quality of it, but I would really love to know. I want to engage in conversation with you. What about that movie gets you pumped up? That's really cool. That way, the next time that I watch it, if I ever watch it again, I can kind of see what you're seeing, and I can use that as a lens to watch it through. Princess Bride. Gosh, buddy boy. Yeah, Princess Bride is really freaking awesome. I can't argue with that. That movie still works. It shouldn't, and it still does. And it probably didn't work when it came out, and it still does. And yet somehow it still works. And it's fun. It's really fun. And I can totally see you trying to glomp on to being the Dread Pirate, Wesley. Us with the blonde hair persuasion and the tiny bit of facial hair could absolutely pull off the Carrie Elways sort of thing if we wanted to. It's a good choice. And remember, guys, let me know what pumps you up about it. That's a big part of this conversation. I want to put on your glasses when I watch this movie the next time. I want to know what to look for to kind of join in on that feeling. I'm loving these responses so far, though. Everybody can check in and share. This is a much shorter answer than previous ones. But again, we want to have that part B. If I was to think of another one. I've got a bunch. I mean, I really love movies, but I'm blanking so hard because I haven't been focusing on them that much lately. Albert, what's a movie that I love to like throw at people? And I'm just like, no, you have to see this.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I could keep going through like kung fu movies.
Mad Max.
Mad Max Fury Road is really inspirational to me. Really inspiring. I love how the characters have to come together to kind of fix the problems of society by realizing that they need each other. Aubrey sent me an article about that, or I sent it to her, I don't remember, but years back when we first met. Yeah. And I just really engaged with this idea that there needs to be, in this universe, both male and female as equals to help carry on the universe. And that was kind of where that story went, and it was really impressive. As far as anti-fascism goes, I think Mad Max really fires on all cylinders. Especially if it's patriarchal fascism. The knights and the woads come together to defend Britain from the invading Saxons, and Guinevere is one of the most badass fighters. That was Keira Knightley in that movie? She's got a lot of really cool action skills when she does her stuff. Also sword fights horses, and I'm obsessed with Arthurian stuff. Might for right and all that. Using your power to defend those who can't defend themselves. Plus, Clive Owen is really hot, right? I mean, that would have been my first answer. Yes, Clive Owen is really hot. I just said that. Yes! Okay. Becca, Fury Road is fantastic. Yes, it is. Fury Road is probably one of the first movies to come out in the last 10 years that immediately jumped into my top 5 favorite movies of all time. And that doesn't usually happen because that list is populated with things like Aliens and Terminator 2 and Batman, and Fury Road, just definitely one of the greatest movies ever made. Greatest movies, not action movies, one of the greatest movies. Let's see here. Josh says, the fights really get me pumped up. They make me feel like I can do them. Well, and you can. I mean, those fights, they surprisingly, they haven't aged poorly at all because they were done by the right people at the right time. They're shot really lovely. There are workshops in the stage combat community where they will teach that choreography. I did that at the Patty Crane once. It's not the most complicated stuff, but it's really engaging because you really got to focus on your character as you portray those fights. Yeah, good on you.
Can you do them left-handed?
Can you do them left-handed? I know I can. Adriano, I like the first Superman movie because it's such a wholesome character. He is not acting out of anger, but trying to be a good person between people who are clearly not, which, end of the day, is the most difficult challenge. I completely agree with that. You're absolutely right, Adriano. Man of Steel is all about a good Superman who's very compassionate, and I can't get through that. I can't get through that. I don't know if Aubrey caught my joke.
I did.
Aubrey caught my joke. No, it's nice to see a wholesome character who does the right thing, and I think every once in a while we need a hero like that who is uncompromising in his goodness. And I think that's what a lot of people were upset with Man of Steel. Although I do find some things in that movie pretty good. I'm not the biggest hater on Man of Steel, oddly enough. I've watched the ultimate cut of Batman v Superman like 6 times. I have no idea why. I don't know. I bought it on Amazon and I was really depressed, so I watched it like 4 times in 1 week.
Did that help you?
Do you bleed? Also, literally all the knights are stupid hot. Is Matt Mikkelsen one of the knights in that? I feel like he was. Not F Man of Steel. I mean, I trolled you, Adriano. For like 5 seconds, you probably believed me. Everything about Man of Steel is forgivable except for the tornado scene. That shiz is dumb. On a writing level, on a VFX level, on a character level, on a story level, on a Twister, the movie level. That scene is dumb. I watched the Ultimate Edition 6 times because I wanted to test my will. Still think it's a better movie than Dark Knight Rises. So ha. And I actually like Batman v Superman more than I like Captain America Civil War. Because they're the same movie. But one is at least willing to take really dumb, if not awful, chances. And one's better as background noise than the other, because at least the score for Batman v Superman is pretty rad. I did test my will. I'm still here after all, somehow. We're going to be finishing up in just a couple of minutes. Really, really, really grateful for the show today. As you can all see, I'm smiling more genuinely. Just like Josh asked like 10 or 15 minutes ago, am I doing okay today? I wasn't. I wasn't doing okay. But the show had to go on. I don't want to give up on you guys. I don't want to give up on this. I don't want to give up on anything right now, but a lot of days I've been feeling like giving up. So you got to find a project, you got to find a person, you got to find something outside of yourself that keeps you going. And then go back to yourself. Channel that in there. We need each other. We're social creatures. Again, that's why I'm not really happy with this whole social distancing as the word. We don't need that word as part of it. We could just literally call it distancing. Yo, bro, keep your distance. Not, yo, bro, social distance. It's gotta be a weird thing to throw out there. It's like, social distance, man. Distance. Let's get back. My bubble. Damn, I was just gonna start my 6 hours complaining about Batman versus Superman. Adriano, maybe we can do like a Zoom chat and record it and just go back and forth on our different opinions. You want to do that at some point? Brett and I are going to be doing something called Day Off Movies in the future. I'd love to go with a full comic book guy like you and see what we can pull out of in terms of how much we both love, hate, or respect or disrespect Batman v Superman. I think that could be fun. Mads Mikkelsen, Hugh Dancy, Young Gruffin, Joel Edgerton was in that? Okay, now I'm going to watch it again because I didn't know Joel Edgerton was in that. I'm a huge Joel Edgerton fan. I got to work with him on Black Mass, and that was the only guy on the set that I was kind of fanboying over because I'm a huge fan of Warrior, because I'm the older brother out of two brothers that used to fight a lot. I have a third brother too, but we didn't fight the way me and my other brother did. And we have since resolved those issues, which is one of the happiest things about my current adult life, is that I no longer have violent anger issues with my brothers. Anyways, I will probably go watch the King Arthur movie again now, Wendy. Thank you very much. Thank me for doing this, Becca. Thank you for being here. But no, really, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Gosh, you're right, Wendy. That's a really hot cast. All right. Let me do my little sign off. Again, we're really grateful to have you all here. This community is beautiful. You all are beautiful. I feel so much better about today than I thought I was going to. I thought today was going to be one of those days that I just didn't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. Everything is effed. You don't really know why. You need to justify ripping someone's head off. No, okay, so little last wrap-up bit, talking about everything that we've got to do. Thanks for still doing the show today. I am not going to not do the show. I hope that you all can bear with me on my worst days. I will try and always bring you my best. The pressure is there, but I deeply appreciate that you guys are understanding of whether or not I'm on or off. So if you can see that in my face from the beginning of a video, you can call me out on it in a nice way or in a edgy way if you need to, and bump me back up into spirits. But really, just asking, I deeply appreciate that, especially from you, Josh. I mean, you're a young man, and that's not really... In my generation, men asking other men, "Are you doing okay?" It was like, back off, man. You're not supposed to ask me that. I'm tough. You know, it's really refreshing to hear that coming from you. And hopefully your generation of masculinity will involve a lot more compassion. So I'm really pumped, and that's very touching that you were the one to ask me that you were the one to see that on my face today. Let's see. Wendy says, "The show means a lot. Thanks so much." Well, you mean a lot, so thank you so much. I am the worst at taking compliments. I just throw them right back. All right. Again, please share these videos on your timeline. Please make sure to invite your friends to join us. We really want to keep building that community. If you are watching this on Facebook, those of you in the chat right now, please, please, please take a few minutes today to write a review for us on the Facebook page. 5 stars would be really helpful. I'm not going to say you have to, but if you could, that would be great. And then this video will be posted within the next hour or hour and a half on the YouTube channel in HD. If you'd like to help us build the YouTube channel, you can share one of your favorite morning routine videos. It doesn't have to be this one where I look like I might want to murder somebody the entire time. It can be whichever one that you like, or it can be one of Abra's conditioning workouts, or it can be one of the skill development sessions, or it can be one of the promos. We have a ton of content that we are adding to that. If you could share it on your timeline or in your social media or with a friend, and try and ask them to like and or subscribe. If we have 1,000 subscribers, I know that does something for us on YouTube, aside from just achievement unlocked. And then we're going to be focusing really hardcore this weekend on launching the Patreon. So if any of you are holding out on sending anything in, or even if you're considering eventually donating $1 or $5, we want to get that up for you so that you can go through an official feed that helps us promote what we're doing. We know we're going to be going through this until at least April 30th. So we're definitely going to be doing this for a full month of shows. I'm really excited. I'm really terrified, but I'm really grateful that you all are here with me as we go through it. So I'm going to finish up this cup of coffee. I'm going to sign out. I don't think I missed anything. I would love to thank the supporters that we've had before. I'm not going to go through on names at this point, but we're going to keep building this thing. I appreciate everyone being here, and I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. on Sunday. Take care and have a great day.